Hi, welcome everyone. We're happy to see you guys here. If you could go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat and tell us, first of all, tell us how you're feeling in one word in the chat.
And also try to include the clubs and orgs you're representing in the chat so we can be notified of who's joining.
Please type in your name and also which club are you representing in the chat for us.
We have for someone from NSA.
Oh, please look at me. I might be your future employee.
That makes two of us. Okay.
Better said a good I can't even think of the word. My mind blanked.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start while you guys introduce yourself. Welcome to the SGA Executive Board Meeting Leadership for 2022. I hope you guys have had a good semester so far. Okay, as you guys, please introduce yourself, introduce your club, your name. Okay, we're gonna jump straight into the table of contents. For section 1, we're gonna be introducing the SGA members. Section 2, we're gonna be telling you guys about how to create meetings and the code of conduct. Section 3, about student life on my Ccpc. Section 4, about co-ops in general, but mostly about advertisement, recruiting, and budget. Section 5 will continue to tell you guys about clubs, but this time about how to reserve space and about catering. Section 6 will be focusing on our studies, mostly on the midterms coming up. And section 7, we're gonna raise our brains a little bit and play some games. We have a Kahoot coming up. And section 8, you guys are gonna have to help us fill some assessments, some surveys, and listen a little bit about some SGA projects we have dear to our hearts. Hey, SGA members.
Hi everyone, my name is Devora and I am one of the SGA members. This is my third semester as a student government association, and I'm a business administration and accounting major at Ccpc. My main campus is at Essex, and that's where you can find me mostly. Dumont.
Hi, I'm Jimond. My major is cybersecurity. This is my second semester at the SGA, and you can mostly find me at the Catonsville campus. Emma?
Hi, my name is Emma. This is my first semester on the SGA Executive Board, and I'm currently studying environmental science at Catonsville. James?
My name is James Clydens. I am a psychology major. This is my fourth semester and my first semester with the SGA. You'll mainly find me at the Essex campus. So, Miriam.
Hi, my name is Miriam Hasher. I'm a general studies major in the pre-med track. This is my last year as a CPC, and this is my second semester as an SGA, and you always find me at the Catonsville campus. Morola.
Hi, my name is Morola. I am a computer science major. This is my first year in SGA, and most of the time you'll find me in Catonsville, walking about. Seth?
Hi, my name is Seth. I'm currently studying chemistry. This is my fourth semester at CCBC, not including the summer or winter semesters. And this is my first semester as being a part of SGA. Tina?
Hi everyone, my name is Tina. This is my third semester as SG member, and I'm my last semester at the Ccpc. My major is accounting, and you can usually find me at the Access campus around Honors Lounge or the Roma building. Kala?
Hi everyone, my name is Kaya. I am a cybersecurity major. This is my first semester as a member of the SGA. You can typically find me on the Catonsville campus, reading on my computer or hacking into something. On to you, Chrissy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chrissy Hoffman. I'm the Assistant Director of Student Life here at CCBC. I have the honor and privilege of working with these amazing students on the SGA, but also those of you who are involved in clubs and organizations at Essex and Dundalk. And on behalf of my colleague Dan Sim, he also says hello. Unfortunately, he is not here today, but he is excited to work with those of you who are at Catonsville and Owings Mills.
So one of the first things we're going to talk about today is how to create a meeting on Teams, and we're going to go over the code of conduct a little bit, just so that we're super sure the rules and regulations that we follow as clubs and as students. So first, for creating meetings, of course, you don't have to do a virtual meeting. We will be going over in-person meetings a little later, but if you're a little confused about how to create a virtual meeting, we're going to go over it a little bit right now. So if you're doing a Teams meeting, you're first going to want to go to the calendar tab in the Teams app, which is that little red circle right there. And then once you're in there, you'll see your whole calendar, and there's a little purple box in the top corner that says New Meeting. If you click the drop-down menu, you have 3 options. You have Schedule Meeting, Webinar, and Live Event. If you're going to be setting up a weekly or maybe monthly meeting for your team, your association, then you're probably going to want to schedule a meeting more so than the other 2 options. So once you open the tab for a new meeting, there are a couple of things that you want to fill in and a couple of options that you have within that. So first, you're going to want to make a really descriptive title so that your club members know what the meeting is for, and you can also include some of the other detailed information within the title. Next, you're going to want to go over the time frame that the meeting is happening from. So you're going to go over the date and whether it's from maybe 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on whatever day of the week you have. Next, you're going to want to go over the description of the meeting. In this section, you can include any little information that you have for maybe that meeting of the day, and this can always be changed as you make more meetings and as you use the same meeting link for additional meetings. If you do have a Teams group within the app for your association, then you can also add that channel so that it's easier to access for your club members. When you're going to add participants individually, you can use the Add Required Attendees or the Optional tab. From my experience, there isn't much difference between the required and optional options, so it's mainly going to be up to you. But whoever's email you include in there, it's going to send them a link to the meeting. Finally, there's a tab across the top that has just some other details that you can add to customize your meeting on the schedule itself.
Now, I know we're all familiar with the code of conduct for CCBC, but we're going to go over it a couple spots just as a refresher. And I think it's important that we go over it. It helps people feel safe while in our club. It helps as leadership us set a good example for the other students. But if you have any questions about what's in the code of conduct, you can find it very easily. Go to the CCBC website, ccbcmd.edu. And navigate to the catalog section. Just go to the top right corner. There's a whole section there. It says catalog. Click that link. Then when you scroll down on the next page on the left-hand side of the window, you will see the phrase student code of conduct. You can click that link and you can search for whatever answer I encourage you as clubs and orgs leaders to go just refresh yourself on the student code of conduct, but I know that we have a couple going after to go over a couple things. Go ahead.
All right, now we're going to talk about rules. Now, the rules are from the conduct, and it's to ensure that everyone feels included and safe in your spaces. First, we have damaging or stealing another's property. We also have hazing. Hazing is defined as an act that endangers the mental or physical health of someone or eliciting a negative response from another. Misappropriations of funds is also a no-go. Please do not spend the funding for your club on video games or anything like that. Unauthorized possession of fireworks, committing a serious criminal offense on or off of campus, initiating a false report of a fire, explosion, or the like, stalking, which is defined as the repetitive and or menacing pursuit of someone, or aiding and abetting any of the above offenses.
In addition to the misconduct, it also involves sexual misconduct. Sexual harassment involves any unwelcome sexual advice, requests for sexual behaviors, or other unwelcome verbal or physical conduct of nature. Also, as well as verbal harassment, verbally abusing others or using offensive language with the intent of degrading a person and or group. You know, sometimes we may say things, but we have to be considerate of what exactly we're saying, whether that be controversial or not. Physical harassment, an act that may cause any physical harm to someone else.
And I'm going to go over the student life on my Ccpc. And this is our most exciting news for the semester. We finally have our own community site at my Ccpc website, which we are very excited about. We have a lot of students joined this community already, which is very exciting. And we advise all students of CCBC to join, especially those of you who are in clubs and orgs as advisors or leadership positions, because that's where you'll find a lot of information you'll need, which is available here. And joining our group will also allow you to find about important information and opportunities such as discounted tickets, student life pantry, student life clubs and organizations, first year experienced mentors, alternative breaks, civic engagements, and many more important information that you wouldn't want to miss out on. And if you want to access this, you would go to the main CCBC website and sign in with your CCBC credentials to log into the My CCBC. And that's the same thing as the way you would sign in to access your courses. And then you would go to the left navigation and click on CCBC Community. And after that, you would click on all groups, search for student life, and then click on that. And it's going to give you an option to join the group. And after joining our group, you're going to be able to find all the information about student life access by scrolling on the main page and using the left navigation. And my colleague Tina will be expanding on that later on. And we also have, and this was just another exciting news that we have our SGA portal with our bio, including email info. And if you have any concerns that you need to address to the Student Government Association, or specific question in general about the SGA, please feel free to contact any of us. And we also have many other options for you to contact the CCBC Student Life. Another way is to text CCBC to the number 71444, or you can email us on ccbcstudentlife@ccbc.edu. You can also find us on social media. Please go ahead and follow us on Facebook, if you have Facebook, at Student Life at CCBC, or Instagram at CCBC Student Life.
Hi, it's Morala again. I'm going to be talking about advertising, recruitment, and the budget. So you created your club and you want to get new members and get the word out about your club. There are different ways. Like you can advertise through social media, Instagram, TikTok. You can have meet and greets and create like infographics that have like what time your club meets, where it meets, and like what your club is about in general. And you can create a logo for your club. If you need help, you can go to Student Life about that and just getting the word out. So we're going to talk about everybody's favorite topic, money. So on the CCPC website, there's a under student leadership, there are a lot of helpful links. You can watch videos about how to create a Zoom meeting, like request spaces, and links for budget training as well. So new student organizations, they get $1,000. And returning student organizations get 2,000. You can request for more through SGA, and depending on what time, like when you request it, it may take a couple of days. The response time may be longer, and you can spend the budget on things that like fun events for the club and banners, things like that.
Like Morala said, after you get your money, you can't just use it anyhow. You have specific things you need to spend it on, which include performers, guest speaker fees, giveaways, event decorations, food, travel, and you can spend some more, but you need to be approved in advance. So budgets typically cannot be used on anything like equipment, computers, and printers. And like I said before, or like it was said before, everything needs to be approved 2 weeks in advance. So you need to submit your request electronically through my CCBC at Student Life portal 2 weeks in advance. And it also must be approved in advance. That's why they advise you to send it 2 weeks in advance, so much advance. Okay, unless approved by Student Life, all events and meetings should be open and advertised to the entire campus community. So you can pick and choose who is attending. All students have the opportunity to attend. And finally, do not purchase anything until your request has been approved in writing, please. Okay, before you get that sweet, sweet money, you have some things to do. First, the Catonsville and ESSEC must submit at least 8 student members interested in your groups. Dundalk, you can just submit 5. Then you submit an update contact list for at least 3 student leaders in your group. The advisors must complete advisor agreements. And finally, 1 advisor and 1 student executive board member must view a 40-minute online video and then complete an online form confirming you viewed the video.
The next section is the reservation and catering. So before COVID ruined our lives, we used to meet in person for all the club caterings, but we were made us to put on hold that for a while. But after it feels like a century, we finally can meet in person to do the caterings and to meet our fellow club members and to make new friends. So for that, we do need to know how to cater an event. So as my fellow colleague Deborah said, we have our own student life community at CCBC portal. Just log into that and you will be able to go to select CCBC communities and select student leadership to know all the links that you need to know before planning an event and catering an event. And you can choose any link over there to know the first event and the meeting request. Just for that, you can click there to know how to get an event. And when we always plan an event, we need to check off some of the lists. So what are the lists that we need to check off? So for an event, we need to know which room we have to choose and food and the budget and everything else. So we need to check off all those lists before we plan an event. So when we plan an event, and we have to submit that before 2 weeks before advance, so that way we will have everything be done before the event starts. And another one, it would be the catering and ordering. So CCBC have a contract with the Sodexo, and the Sodexo menus can be found online. The new menu has been updated, and it was yesterday, and there will be new prices and also new menus will be available. And some exceptions is that for food would be if you need a cultural food that sometimes will be in Sodexo, but you have to check in with that at the student life office. And that need to be pre-approved by the OSL, and the catering orders will be placed once there is a confirmed location, date, and time. And for the meetings, it said it's 60 per meeting, but it might be increased because of all the updated prices at Sodexo. So look out for that. And the food, as just like the event planning said 2 weeks prior, food also must be requested 2 weeks prior. And on the day of the event, the Sodexo caterings must be picked up at the cafe, and when you have the servings such as utensil, dishes, boards, and must be returned back to the cafe. And what to do with the leftovers? We can give it back to the student life office, because there's always might be hungry students out there, and you'll be helping them out.
Okay, midterms. Most of the people here are student leaders, and we're all busy with school, with work, with clubs and organization. But unfortunately, first of all, we are students, so we must do well at the midterms and any other exam. So I'm about to give you some tips that I've learned recently. Okay, curve of forgetting. This was shared to me by Dr. Joe Lewis. She was kind enough to give this curve of forgetting, which I'm about to share with you guys. It mostly applies to anyone in-person classes, but of course, if you're online, you take online classes too, it can help you too. As you can see, the black curve, it indicates what happens when you learn new information on day one. You go in knowing nothing, and you come out with the highest at the highest point. At day two, you lose up to 80% of that information because our brain does not keep short-term memory. So I'm going to tell you guys how to change your curve from the black to the orange one, which keeps at the same wavelength. Following day 7, you can see from the black curve that you've lost up to 90% of the information by then. And talk less about day 30, where you don't have up to 3% of the original information. Unfortunately, this coincides with midterms, hence why you feel like you have never seen the information before when you review for your midterms. The way to change your curve from black to orange is very simple. You can reprocess the information, and which tells your brain to hold on to it. So what you're basically doing is changing short-term memory to long-term memory, meaning it will take less time to activate the memory to retrieve the information when exposed to it. So for example, let's say you have a Tuesday, Thursday class. So before you go to class on Wednesday, on like the 1st of September was on a Thursday. So before you went to class on Thursday, let's say you reviewed 15 minutes of the lecture that was supposed to be given. It's very important to look at your syllabus, people. Please look at your syllabus. Okay, you revise the information 15 minutes, just for 15 minutes before you go to class. Then you attend your lecture, and within 24 hours after your first lecture, you review again for 15 minutes. Then the next time when you look at lesson 1 again, you just need 8 minutes to activate that memory. You repeat the same over and over, and by the time it's 30 days later on, you don't need to spend a lot of time on review. You don't need to spend 2 or 3 hours. maybe 30 minutes, review all your lectures for the month. So please take this opportunity and incorporate the curve of learning, curve of forgetting, into your review process. It's going to help a lot.
Does anyone have any questions before I ask my questions? So I'm going to share my screen so we can play a Kahoot.
Most of the questions Mariam is going to share are we covered throughout the presentation. So this is the time for us to see if you were really focusing, and the top 3 winners are going to have a prize. So please try your best. And all the information that we shared is really necessary and crucial for clubs and orgs. So please use this opportunity to have all the information that you need ahead of you.
Can you see my screen? Thank you.
Yes.
I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join. Is everyone in? I guess we could start.
People can still join once you start the game. The information will stay down at the bottom.
Yes, everyone got it right. So for the returning clubs, you get 2,000 for 2 semesters. Next question. Oh, we have Bree on the leading board. Next question. What can you use your budget for? This seems like a tricky question. Everyone got this right. So you can use your budget for giveaways, speakers, game night prizes, and bus trips.
Mariam, we can turn the music on, right? I think it's right here on the right side.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, there we go.
Yes.
Thank you.
You have to share your sound though.
Oh, so you can't hear the sound.
Correct.
Sorry. Let me stop sharing and reshare. Can you hear it? Okay. When is the recommended day and time to send in your flyer? So the recommended day is Wednesday before noon. I mean, you can send it in any time, but if you want it to be in the Friday newsletter, it has to be sent before Wednesday. Next question. Oh, we have Leah on the scoring board. Where online is the best place to find resources related to CCPC students? Online. The online is emphasized. Yes. This was a tricky question too. The online was emphasized. So you can find all your resources on the CCBC portal. What must you do before October 1st to keep your club budget active? Boom. Yes, everyone got it right. To keep the club budget active, you have to send in 3 leaders in the request form, and you also have to reapply for the new school year. And we've been getting a lot of questions, so it's advised to watch the training video. 1 student leader and 1 advisor has to watch this training video. We have Sabrina. Next question. How many members do you need to start a new club? Is it 5? Is it 8? Is it 10 or 15? Good job, guys. You got it right. Oh yeah, we only need 5 or 8 members. For 5 members is for Dundalk and 8 members is for Catonsville and Essex. Still have Leah on there. Where is Access Student Life located? The Student Life at Access is located in Roma, room number 102, not 106. Somebody chose 106. And somebody chose the SSRV. No, it's not located there. It's in the Roma building. Romatka building. Leah still. Where is Dundalk Student Life located? Oops, a lot of you got this wrong. The Dundalk for Student Life is located at COMM building. I think it's a communications building. I'm not sure, but it's room number 204 and not the SSRB building. Oh, Leah still on the leaderboard. Where is Catonsville Student Life located? Yes. It seems like a lot of us goes to Catonsville, and we all got this right. An upcoming student life event. Yes, we have Glimpse of Africa, Asia, and America next week, Wednesday. So you guys should try to attend to that. It's 2:30 to 4:30. And we also have Weird Wednesday and Leadership Lunch Series throughout the whole semester. Finally, Leah left the leaderboard, but we still have Bree on there. What is the Instagram handle for Student Life? We all got this right. Is Leah coming up back? How can I reserve a room for a club meeting? Yes, most of us got it right. You don't send the request to your advisor. You either submit the student life event request form or you submit 2 weeks in advance. How many clubs and orgs do we have at CCPC? Yes, we have 30 to 40. Oh, wow, Sabrina has the highest streak of 5. Leah is back on the leaderboard. Where can I get more information about clubs? Is it the advising office, the registering office, student life? Not the advising, the student life office. Still Leah. What number do you text to CCBC in order, what number to text CCBC in to sign up for student life? Yes, it's 71444. Best ways to keep students interested in clubs. Tricky question here. Hey, all of them. Everyone got it. Most of us got it right. Ooh, Sabrina. What are some ways to keep track of club meetings? can either use calendar or reminder notes. What is the best way to keep track of your budgets? Another tricky question. What are some ways to promote your club? Yes, all of the above. The curve of forgetting says, yes. Good job, guys. You all got it right. True or false? Oh, so the policy changed recently, so it's true now. Vaccinations are not required to go either on a vacation or trip anymore. Have Leah back on the leaderboard. The Office of Student Life sponsors a variety of student clubs and organizations and host events. True or false? This is an easy one. Last question. Clubs are encouraged to have in-person or virtual events. Yes. So let's see who. Sabrina, woohoo! Leah. Congratulations to our runner-ups. So the price for this game is the first top one is getting $40 under one card. The second one is getting $20 under one card, and the third one is getting $5. Thanks, guys.
Can't hear you.
I hate this button. For those of you who won, if you could send me an email, my email is in the chat. It's choffman3 with your name and your ID number. I'll make sure that the money gets onto your CCBC one card.
Okay, so now that we've gone over everything that we can do, everything that we can do for you, right? Let's go over what you can do for us. So if you may not know, the SGA is an organization that is working to improve campus life and is there to communicate with the college in ways to do that. So within that, we have surveys, assessments, and other projects that we're working on in order to improve the lives of students and clubs. So the most simple way that you can provide us with feedback so that we can get working on projects and help out with anything that you see that needs to be fixed is to fill out the CCBC feedback form. If you've seen any of these flyers around campus, that bottom area there in the blue is where you can find the QR code for this form. On this form, you can tell us about any likes or dislikes about campus and provide us with any additional feedback. This is the most simple way that you can contact us about issues. Next, we have one of our initiative forms. This one is for CHP, otherwise known as Contraceptive Health and Privacy. This is the current initiative that we're working on, and we're doing this so that we can expand access to vital resources for both men and women in regards to contraception methods and reproductive health. If you didn't already know, we already provide some of these methods for free at the Student Life offices, but we're working on expanding that. So if you want to give us some feedback on that, you have the same flyer that has a different QR code on it. It goes over what kind of things you would like to see us offering and where you would like us to offer them. Next, something that we're working on along with Janae, who is in the Civic Engagement Department, is voting guide. It's voting season soon, and we really would like to help CCBC students understand what they're voting for and how they can go about doing it in a way that is satisfactory for them. So if you see this flyer anywhere, it's the same QR code that's in the PowerPoint, and you can fill that out to provide us with any information that we can provide for you to help with election season. There are also personalized options that we would like to offer. And if you fill out that other survey as well, we'll get more information on that. This last form is specifically directed at you guys in the clubs. So there's no flyer for it, but it's any club specific feedback and help that we can provide for you. So when you go to this form, it'll ask you what club you're in and any way that we can help you outside of any of the other forms and flyers that are provided on the MyCCBC website. Something that we're trying to work on the future is for disability access. It's been brought to our attention that we've been falling behind a little bit on that. So soon we'll be working on ways that we can improve our methods of moving around campus and helping our more disadvantaged students. And if you have any other suggestions for initiatives that we can work on, please let us know through one of the above surveys.
Well, thank you for coming. Okay, it's question time right now. If you have any questions, we're all here.
You have anything to confirm or verify?
You can just raise your hand with the reactions and then we'll get to you.
Don't be shy.
Okay, Sabrina, you can go.
Thank you. I have a question. So in the PowerPoint, I think I saw one where you can only have 3 events per semester. So when you talk about 3 events, tell me about, like, be more specific about it, I guess. Is there like only 3 events with food, or like how is it? Sorry.
Okay, I can help you with that. It was less than or equal to 3 catering events. So it's events where you can order Sodexo catering. That was what it was. You can have more events, but you have just 3 opportunities to request catering from Sodexo for the semester.
Okay, so when we have like regular meetings where we just order like a pizza or something, that does include as an event, or no? No, it doesn't. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Wow, seems like everybody understood the presentation. I'm very happy.
Anybody else? Hope you'll enjoy the presentation.
No questions right now. If you have any questions in the future, feel free to contact us. any of the SGA students, or you can also pass by the student life with any questions you have, and we are more than glad to help you out.
This
Is that-
presentation has been recorded and it will be uploaded to our Student Life YouTube channel that you can also see on the Student Life community. So if any of your club members, fellow leaders, advisor, whomever missed the meeting today, they can always go back and view this at a later time. So if you can help me thank the SGA for this great meeting. It was very informative. I was the secret agent in the Kahoot. I wanted to see if I could potentially answer all of the questions correctly. And as you could see, I was not in the top podium, but I think it's because I wasn't paying attention. But thank you, SGA, for such a great meeting.
Thank you all
Thank
for
you all for
coming.
joining.
Thank you.
We appreciate your